Hi everyone, Arthur here. When it comes to making bank in this game, the lowest market price isn't just a random number, it's your North Star. Think back to the first gift shop Uncle Fred helped us open in New York. It felt great, right? But here's the thing. If you remember the market prices from back then, they were way higher than what you are probably charging now. If you raise your prices and the market still bites, that means you've got room to grow. In short, if you aren't adjusting your prices, you are leaving massive profits on the table. The golden rule. The simplest strategy is to find the lowest market price, subtract 1 cent, and set that as your price. It's the sweet spot for keeping customers happy while squeezing out every bit of profit. Quick tip: this does not apply to Midtown. I'll explain the why behind that in a bit. The golden rule is a good start, but I've developed a much more precise way to handle this. Let's look under the hood. If you check the in-game help system under Building Management, Customer Satisfaction, Pricing, it tells you that the highest acceptable price depends on several things: your district, the current lowest price, your employees' skill and satisfaction levels. Good, but to master pricing, you only need to focus on these 4 pillars. 1. The original price. Think of this as the base price set by the developers. Whenever you open a new shop and drop a shelf, the price you see on the inventory and pricing page is the original price. This value is a constant. It never changes, regardless of which district you are in. 2. District. We currently have 6 districts: Garment District, Health Kitchen, Industry City, Lower Manhattan, Midtown, and Murray Hill. Each one has unique citizen data that you can analyze via the Market Insider. Because the demographics differ, your pricing strategy needs to shift as you move from one district to another. 3. Monopoly status. You achieve a monopoly when you are the only provider of a specific item or service within a district. Important note: monopoly is determined by the item, not the shop type. For example, both gift shops and florists sell gifts and flowers. If you own every gift shop in the district, but someone else opens a florist, you do not have a monopoly on those goods. This is because of the primary and additional sales mechanic. The same item can be sold across different store types. Check the help documentation for the full breakdown of what each shop type can carry. 4. Benchmark and relative pricing. This is the most advanced part of the system. It's a bit more complex, so we're going to save the deep dive on this for the end of the video. Okay, before we dive into the step-by-step setup, let's look at the 3 ways the game gives you feedback on your pricing. 1. Real-time customer complaints. First, there's direct feedback. When your prices are too expensive, customers will literally tell you. You'll see bubbles pop up saying things like, "I'm not paying that much for an umbrella." This is the most direct method, and it's exactly what I look for when I'm stressed testing new price points. 2. The inside page. Second, you can track your performance through the pricing satisfaction metric on your inside page. This is a convenience method. You can check it the next morning right from your in-game phone to see how the previous day's strategy performed. 3. Color-coded UI cues. Third, keep an eye on the price colors in your inventory. These are quick visual indicators. Yellow means your price is higher than the original price. Red means you've pushed the price to more than double the original price. Now, let's look at a practical example. Say your gift shop is in the garment district. To find your ideal price, simply take the original price, multiply it by the district coefficient of 1.284, and subtract 1 cent. Don't worry about the math behind the coefficient for now, just know it works. If you've managed to monopolize that item in the district, the multiplier jumps to 1.584. Again, just subtract that 1 cent and you're golden. Right now, the game features 74 different goods and services across all districts, though there are some exceptions, like Industry City lacking office services. I've personally crunched the numbers on hundreds of items and tracked endless customer feedback to find these exact multipliers. This is your profit maximizing price, and I've done the heavy lifting so you don't have to guess. Here are the coefficients for every district. Garment District, Standard 1.284, Monopoly 1.584, House Kitchen, Standard 1.424, Monopoly 1.724, Industry City, Standard 1.246, Monopoly 1.546, Lower Manhattan, Standard 1.258, Monopoly 1.558, Midtown, Standard 1.7, Monopoly 2, Murray Hill, Standard 1.342, Monopoly 1.642. And hey, if you're still playing on a version prior to 0.8, don't worry, I've got you covered. Here are the legacy coefficients. Behold, the profit maximizer formula with district coefficient. In the garment district, it looks like this. Standard, original price, times 1.284 minus 1 cent. Monopoly, original price, times 1.584 minus 1 cent. But don't forget the Midtown warning I gave you earlier. Midtown doesn't play by the golden rules mentioned at the beginning of the video. In fact, the lowest market price of Midtown is significantly lower than the profit maximizing price, so do use the formula above to calculate the price, please. Why subtract 1 cent? If you export the game's CSV files, you will see the date actually tracks at least 5 decimal places. Under the hood, the game runs these numbers when displaying them to you. Subtracting 1 cent acts as a safety buffer to ensure you don't accidentally cross the too expensive threshold due to rounding fluke. Interestingly, by examining the coefficients I found that the price coefficient during monopoly is 0.3 higher than during non-monopoly. In plain English, you can interpret this as monopoly allowing you to earn 30% more profit. When you stack that on top of the district multiplier, you can earn at least 50% more profit than the original price. Therefore, never use the original price. At the last of the video, let's get into the big brain stuff, benchmark and relative pricing. Up until now, we've assumed you want to maximize profit, but what if you are trying to crush a rival? In a price war, the district prices get chaotic. Time for a pop quiz. Imagine you have a total monopoly on product P in a specific district. You own two locations, store A and store B, both selling this product. In store A, you've set the price below the original price. Here's the question. Can store B still charge the full monopoly price? The answer is hard no. Why? Because store A has just established a new benchmark price. This is a crucial realization. Even under a monopoly, the pricing in one of your stores directly influences the ceiling of the other. In this scenario, the maximum price you can charge at store B is calculated as store B max price is store A price times district coefficient minus 1 cent. Mastering this relationship is the key to truly understanding the game's deeper economic mechanics. If you can, through understanding the benchmark and the relative price, you control the secret of pricing. Formula as below. Relative price is benchmark price times district coefficient minus 1 cent. Okay, that's how you master the pricing engine. Start using these formulas to dominate New York and scale your empire today. There's a lot more to explore, so we'll save that for the next video. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'm Arthur. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.